Well, new worries: the United States could see a wave of deaths from chronic disease once the pandemic is over. A former FDA commissioner saying this week that poor diet and lack of exercise have taken over during this year of lockdown and restrictions, and that's making Americans unhealthier. Dr. Robert Califf served in the Obama administration. He says younger people are dealing with more stress and turning to more unhealthy coping mechanisms. He believes those could trigger chronic illnesses like heart disease.
In the US, the top causes of death are heart disease, cancer and stroke caused predominantly by tobacco, poor diet, physical inactivity, and alcohol consumption. This is according to a study by the US Burden of Disease Collaborators in an article, The State of US Health 1990 to 2016. Through my video research, I've continued to learn more and more about our poor state of health, and that information has prompted me to earn a certificate in health and wellness from Harvard School of Medicine. And based on what I've learned, I can tell you there is hope. Medical science is assuredly catching up to the idea that nutrition and lifestyle are medicine. Clinicians are adopting this concept more broadly. So if you are suffering from chronic disease or you just aren't feeling your best, pay attention to these simple and incredibly effective ways you can improve your health. Today, we're diving into a topic that could completely shift how we think about healthcare. It's called lifestyle medicine, and it's defined by Harvard School of Medicine as the use of evidence-based lifestyle therapeutic approaches, such as a predominantly whole food, plant-based diet, regular physical activity, adequate sleep, stress management, avoidance of risky substance use, and other non-drug modalities to treat and oftentimes reverse and prevent the lifestyle-related chronic diseases that are all too prevalent. Sounds powerful, right? Let's break down the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine and explore the science behind each one. First up, exercise. Regular physical activity is one of the most researched aspects of health, and studies consistently show that it's a powerful tool for managing and preventing chronic disease. Research from the American Heart Association, for instance, demonstrates that regular exercise can lower blood pressure, reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes, and even improve mental health by reducing symptoms of anxiety and depression. And it doesn't have to be intense. Even moderate exercise, like brisk walking, has been shown to yield huge benefits. Exercise isn't just about staying fit, it's about keeping our bodies functioning optimally. Next is nutrition, specifically a predominantly whole food, plant-based diet. Extensive studies show that diets rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats, like the Mediterranean diet, can lower the risk of heart disease, stroke, and certain cancers. One study published in The Lancet found that diets high in processed foods and sugars increase the risk of chronic diseases, while whole food, plant-based diets help to protect against them. The focus here is on nutrient-dense foods that fuel our cells, reduce inflammation, and support a healthy microbiome, which plays a big role in our immune and metabolic health. Moving on to sleep, arguably one of the most overlooked pillars of health. Research published in Sleep Health indicates that poor sleep quality is linked to a host of chronic conditions, from obesity and cardiovascular disease to depression. It's during sleep that our body heals and restores itself, consolidates memory, and regulates hormones like insulin, which affects blood sugar. Studies even show that people who consistently get less than 6 hours of sleep are at a significantly higher risk of developing metabolic disorders. Prioritizing good sleep is non-negotiable for overall health. Then there's stress resilience. We all know stress isn't great, but it's more than a mental struggle. It can have profound physical impacts. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which can lead to high blood pressure, reduced immunity, and increased inflammation. Research from health psychology shows that people who manage stress effectively, whether through mindfulness, breathing exercises, or other techniques, tend to have lower rates of chronic disease. Building resilience to stress isn't about eliminating stress, but managing it in ways that prevent it from becoming toxic. Positive social connections are the fifth pillar, and they're more impactful than we might think. Harvard's own research through the Harvard Study of Adult Development, which has followed participants for over 80 years, shows that strong relationships are one of the best predictors of long, healthy lives. Isolation and loneliness, on the other hand, are linked to higher rates of depression, cognitive decline, and even cardiovascular disease. Staying connected, whether with family, friends, or community, protects both our mental and physical health. Finally, the avoidance of risky substances. This one might seem obvious, but it's crucial. Avoiding tobacco, limiting alcohol, and staying away from drugs significantly lowers the risk of a range of diseases. For example, the World Health Organization states that tobacco use is the leading cause of preventable death worldwide, and alcohol misuse is linked to liver disease, cancer, and a weakened immune system. Steering clear of these substances or using them responsibly is key to maintaining a healthy, balanced life. Together, these 6 pillars – exercise, nutrition, sleep, stress resilience, positive social connections, and avoidance of risky substances – form the foundation of lifestyle medicine. This approach isn't just about managing disease, it's about optimizing health, preventing future issues, and, in many cases, reversing existing ones. So, why isn't this the default approach in healthcare? It's a great question, and one that points to our current healthcare systems focus on symptom management rather than root cause solutions. Lifestyle medicine puts the power back in our hands, showing us that everyday choices can be transformative for our health. The bottom line, each of us has the potential to impact our own health outcomes through these 6 pillars. The research is clear. Lifestyle changes aren't just complementary, they're foundational. So the question is, are we ready to take control of our health and truly live well? Please leave a comment answering this question. Until next time, stay well. Thank you.